Okay. The charging system on this diagram now is that's the same charging system like we were discussing a few moments ago. On this diagram, the charging system is represented using standard symbols. These are standard symbols that are known to represent electrical components. Of course, in this diagram, we also have the internal component circuitry that is for, especially for the alternators, also shown. What we are simply saying is, we are also being shown how current flows within the alternator itself. Okay, just a quick rundown of the major components of the charging system represented in standard form. There is the battery. The battery, of course, we said the battery, function of the battery is to store voltage. It is an alternative source of current which kicks in when the engine is not running. There is the ignition switch. This is the main switch which is used to control engine systems, the charging system included. The moment we switch the ignition switch on, current will flow through to the warning light, whose function is to warn the driver in the event that the system has failed and is now producing an output which is less than standard. Typical standard output for the charging system is 14.2 volts. Above 14.2 volts, the charging system is overcharging. Below 14.2 volts, it's undercharging. So generally speaking, the warning light is there to indicate in the event that the system is undercharging and producing something less than 14.2, the warning light will stay on with the engine running. We have a regulator. The regulator, whatever the type, its function is to control alternator output and prevent overcharging. Alternators are designed with excess capacity. They have the ability to deliver double the output. Like on a 12 volt system, the alternator can potentially produce 24 volts. So we have a regulator which controls alternator output so that it maintains a safe maximum output of 14.2 volts. So that's the function of the regulator. But by the way, we've got three types of regulators. The external electronic, it's a type of regulator which is electronic, which is mounted outside the alternator. The integrated electronic is a type of regulator which is integrated or actually mounted inside the alternator and connected to other devices inside the alternator. Then the old type regulator was the contact point regulator, which was always external. That one was a special relay which was connected to the alternator to control its output. As you can see, every other component which is enclosed within this border is actually part of the alternator. So we can actually say all these other components, they are part of the alternator. When we break down the alternator, when we dismantle the alternator, the major component of the alternator is the rotor. The rotor is an electromagnet which is supplied with current to create a magnetic field. That magnetic field is applied to the stator windings in order to generate current in line with the scientific concept of induction. Then we have the stator windings. The stator, this is clamped onto the housing and it is static, it does not rotate. The stator is subjected to a moving magnetic field by the rotor, which is belt driven. And the current induced in the stator is of course alternating current. It's then transmitted to a rectifier. The rectifier, which is also integrated and mounted within the alternator itself. The rectifier The function of the rectifier is to convert alternating current to direct current, because direct current is what is suitable for battery recharging. The rectifier consists of a network of diodes, that are connected in such a way that they will convert all the AC produced in the stator to DC in the battery. Like on this diagram, we call this a self-excited charging system, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 diodes, of which the other 3 diodes are excited diodes. By excited diodes, we mean diodes that channel a fraction of the output back to the regulator and the rotor for field excitation. By excitation, we mean the generation of a magnetic field around the rotor. So this one is a self-excited alternator, because once the engine is running, once the alternator is charging, it takes a fraction of what it produces and channels it back through the regulator and the rotor to excite or to create a magnetic field around the rotor. We do have other additional components that are meant to polish up and improve the efficiency of the charging system, like the surge protection diode. It is a device which is used to prevent damage to the regulator and other electronic components in the event of an accidental short, leading to a sudden increase in voltage. The term surge refers to a sudden increase in voltage, maybe 2-fold, 3-fold increase, which can damage things like the regulator, things like the computer, and any other control modules that may be subjected to that sudden change in voltage. We do have a warning light diode, which is a diode which is connected across the warning light, and basically it is a precaution against the undercharging in the event that the warning light blows. Since the warning light provides initial excitation current for the alternator to start charging, in the event that it blows without this warning light diode, then the alternator will not charge, because there won't be any magnetic field here in the motor. So we do have the warning light diode as a precaution against undercharging in the event that the warning light itself is blown. It is the warning light diode which will then take over the function of supplying excitation current to the motor. But generally speaking, for a driver or a user of a motor vehicle who understands how vehicles operate, the absence of the total absence of the warning light should signal to you to investigate the problem, because the warning light should always appear when the key is turned on, and it should also disappear when the engine cranks and starts and when the engine is running. Total absence of the warning light is also an indication of the existence of a certain fault that requires the electrician's attention. You can switch it off.